taxied at Norwood, Massachusetts, OWD, and there's some weather in the area. So go ahead and bring up your, go press and hold the clear button, bring up NEXRAD. And we see where that weather's supposed to be. Go back to the map for just a second. See where that weather was 10 minutes ago, and that's 30-mile scale, so that's 20 miles away. Saw a flash off to the east here a minute ago. So let's check the radar. Mode. Weather. And yes, I think that's big knob. Yeah. Now switch that back to the
tilt it up some.
No, take it out of so say back. Go back to horizontal. There's what we think is weather. So take the bearing pointer and that's it. Slew this. That's it. Put it over the red part. Could be beautiful downtown Norwood for all we know. And then go back to vertical mode. That's asymmetrical top to bottom, so I'm pretty sure that's weather. That says it's 15 nautical miles away. Let's go back to NEXRAD, see if we can get some concurrence. That's right 17 degrees, 15 miles away. So right, 15, there's 5, and 15. So this is old, so this weather is probably...
This piece right here is over here now.
Yeah. And it's further away, it's up here.
It's moving this direction.
Right.
So now
let's turn around and look at the other direction, yeah. All right, so now we're turned to the south.
Norwood ground, citation 505, Romeo Pop with Foxtrot, IFR to Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo.
Look at that piece, maybe.
505, Romeo Pop, Norwood. You are cleared to the Suffolk Airport, I believe it is. Via Birdie, Sandy Point 235 radio.
Going over
Victor 46
I see what you're doing. Okay, very
good. And then to FOK. Decline maintain 2,000. You can expect 10,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be 120.6 and squawk 7303.
Let's point exactly 170, which is right in front of us.
Okay, 505 Romeo Pop's cleared to
go back to horizontal.
Foxtrot Oscar Kilo. Radar vectors Birdie, Sandy Point.
Bearing is already on, so just slew that over just straight up and down.
Victor 46 to Hampton. Then direct climb maintain 2,000
to the right.
10,000 120.6 7303 is the
right
squawk.
Where we're going.
Romeo Pop, repop, correct. Appears and sounds like the lightning and thunder have moved off to the east.
Yeah, so that now we're getting more information. So we got some yellow out there, but I'm okay with that. Once we get airborne, we can maneuver around the worst of it. There's no lightning in that direction. Last thing we want to check is spherics, which we actually just did because it's already on the map. Make sure storm scope is on. And let's say turn off NEXRAD for a second and just look at the spherics, or we could actually go to that page, the storm scope page, and we can clear that, see if it's coming back. It's a real-time picture.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, so that's 186,000 miles per second. Just a good idea, it's the law. The weather data link.
See, that tank floats around a little bit.
Yeah, so it's the floats sticking a little bit, that's all. The data link is saying nada. The data link is also a digital product, so it's older. It tends to be accurate for 15 minutes ago, whereas spherics is real time, but only kind of directional. Not as accurate. Go tops are good information. The brighter the clouds, the higher. So that we're heading toward this area here is useful to know. Go tops is only available on the Pro version. Well, good decision there. All looks good to me. We get something more, a little more aligned to the south. That could be radial spread from something over there, or over there. I'm good with that.
Two Bravo Mike, you up and ready?
Yeah, we're ready to take off for runway 17, 2 Bravo Mike. Tower, this is Malibu 692 Bravo Mike, ready to take off for runway 17.
Member 62902 Bravo Mike Nord, runway 17, fly heading of 150. Can you clear for takeoff?
150, clear for takeoff, 2 Bravo Mike.
180 at 6.
Thank you. Okay, so now we want fuel pump on,
Landing light on.
want a landing light on, pulse on.
Right. Pitot heat. Good. Now, okay, that's fine, but make sure you're putting your thumb only on that power. That's it. Don't see anybody coming. I heard cleared to go.
Let's take off. Would I want that out that far?
What I want is one there, and push on all of them. Don't. That's it. Get in the habit of pushing on them. Right. Feet down off the brakes. Your speed's alive. Gauge is green.
Gauge alive.
Annunciator clear. 60 knots. Cross check. That happened at 900 feet. The friction lock. Rotated 85. Set that friction lock now. And rotate. To the bars, no higher. Good. Positive rate.
Positive rate climb. Gear up.
Flaps up right away, no delay.
Crazy, wait a second, then
No, don't wait.
up.
Yep. Oh, wait. You're going too fast. Stop. Just fly the bars. I want you to fly the bars.
Right.
Relax. Fly the bars. Don't touch anything. What, we're going to 150? Isn't that what he said? But not yet. Relax. Take a deep breath. Wait, I got the power. Now, when the airplane's trimmed, turn on the autopilot. Verified D-bars in the blue. Turn it on. Bring your hand away. Relax. Make sure the airplane's doing as commanded. Look here, it wasn't trimmed. Now, if you're ready for your heading, my proper 150 is safe for now. Take your turn. You're going to 2,000. Get your flow done.
Okay, fuel pump.
Don't be too fast with that. Pulse stays on below 10,000. Now gently, carefully.
Number 2 Bravo Mike, maintain 2,000 in contact departure. Take care.
2,000, contact departure, 2 Bravo Mike.
All right, so before you call him, let's check this weather in front of us and make sure we're not running into something we don't want. Might need a turn here. Here. So we want a turn, don't we?
Yep.
Alright, so ask him for 30 right for weather. 20 right.
Boston approach, this is Malibu 692 Bravo Mike. We're at 1600, climbing to 2000 and a heading of 150.
Malibu 692 Bravo Mike, Boston approach, Roger, radar contact. Climb maintain 12,000.
I have it.
Roger, can we request 30 right for weather? And we'll climb to 12,000, 2 Bravo Mike.
2 Bravo Mike, so you want to fly heading 180?
Roger, 180, 2 Bravo Mike.
2 Bravo Mike, that's approved.
All right, now run 20. So don't take any shit off of them when you got something like that. Don't get any closer
We have Kilo
than you have
at
to.
Bedford. We're on a 350 heading for weather.
Boom 33, boss approach, Roger. Expect the vector to the west here in about 5 6
Command Filch, flight level check. Oh, you got it. Okay, very good.
What do you want to climb?
Run 30 knots is good. Good. Power to 35 inches. So the worst of the weather we've avoided with a right turn to 180. You can see we're not even in the clouds, but we have, we call it light rain on the windshield. That's in fact what the radar is showing us. This heading looks good for now. So let's go back now to the map and see where this is taking us. It's taking us west, of course. No worries. Maybe we can have this heading and intercept flight plan to the west of
2 Bravo Mike, at about 6 miles, I'm going to turn you left back direct south.
Wait.
Harpoon 33, turn left heading 290.
Yeah, we may not want to accept that. What did he say?
He said 6 miles.
Southwest 4488, contact Boston 128.75.
Okay, so let's just see if that works for us.
2875 says 4488, good day.
Might work for us. So, yeah, let's see how it goes.
Shall I respond back to him or wait?
Oh. So, we're tracking 15 degrees left of our lubber line of our heading. So we set this 15 left because that's where the airplane's going. And switch to the vertical mode and see what we're in for. That's some moderate there, so 4 miles away. So it's going to get
just
louder.
Just mouthpiece, right?
Right, correct. It's asymmetrical, so that's what we got. And it's going to get, right now it's, light rain, clouds, mist. We have the alternate air open. Outside air temperature.
44, keep me to direct Marconi, when able, proceed direct Marconi.
16 plus 16. See, so we're good there. There's nothing to do. We have pitot heat on.
44, when able, proceed direct Marconi.
Pitot heat is always on during flight. And we're about to get a little rain shower, which will be louder than what we have, but there's no lightning. We know that because we're watching.
Bravo 2 Bravo Mike, contact Boston Center 128.75.
128.75, 2 Bravo Mike.
XRAD, storm scope is clear, so we have no lightning in front of us, and XRAD is painting only light rain.
Center,
but we know from
Rada 23 for flight level
radars it might be a little more.
SHS-655, Boston
but it could be below us mostly.
Air
so
Quest at 10, contact Boston Center 124.52. Good day.
2452 Air Quest. If we set 5 up here, you have...
Boston Center, this is Malibu 692, Bravo Mike. We're at 5,200, climbing at 12,000.
Malibu 692, Bravo Mike, Boston Center. Case altimeter 2982.
2982, Route 2 Bravo Mike.
And so we're getting a little more noise. We're getting into moderate rain. And look here, we're going to be in it for another few minutes. Then it's going to be...
Just that piece, and then we're going to
be done. Right.
Turkish 3, Boston Center.
So let's zoom in so we get... So the closer you zoom this, the better the resolution.
Boston Center.
So about another mile, we'll be out of it.
655.
Oh, that's 2.5, so that's a mile and a quarter.
Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, after Sandy Point, we're going to need to deviate a little bit to the left for a build-up, and then we can give you a depot when able.
As I said, 655 deviation is approved as requested. Descend and maintain 12,000.
Nicely done.
And the Cape altimeter is 2982.
That's a little side.
2982, 12,000, exit jet.
It's one of the few airplanes where you're going to need ice equipment and sunglasses all on the same flight, air conditioning and heat both, not at the same time, but...
American 1553, request right deviation.
Talk with 6360, Roger, you can deviate to the right.
Deviation drive for Structure 363.
As I said, 599, clear direct south.
Another clue as to the veracity of the weather. Is there, or lack thereof, there's other traffic in the area. People trying to deviate around the next rad are wasting their time. In fact, they're there was an accident in Texas just 2 weeks ago where that's exactly what they tried to do, and they ran right into the weather. And
because it was 10 minutes late. And they
ran right into it. Yeah.
Say again?
So your track is straight ahead, or almost so, 1 degree right.
I didn't know that. That's something I was not doing.
Yeah, so
I was just using it on there and just looking. I'm over here or over that way. But
well, sometimes wind could be 20 or more degrees.
Right,
you know,
right,
and that could make the difference between running into something.
Deviation to the right is approved, and I'll make a call right now.
Those are all rain showers in front of us.
So we're okay with this if we take a straight track.
Yeah, definitely. Any of this we see, we're safe to fly in. But I want to point out that radar isn't perfect, and even though it's a 10-degree beam width and we're 5 up.
Say again?
In a perfect world,
United 905 Boston Center.
that all of the weather that we see on here is at or above our flight path. In reality,
United 877, they're fine with you maintaining your altitude.
The engineers call them side lobes.
6.22, good day.
But the reality is that the flashlight paints a wider area than the center of the beam, which the specifications call the beam width of 10 degrees. So 5 up doesn't mean that you're not painting stuff below you, particularly at close range where the side lobes are larger. The side lobe is a low energy area of paint that will show up on here, particularly when the resolution is better.
3 November, go ahead.
Like at a closer range. Said another way, if you pointed a flashlight over the bow
All right, that was a little broken. To confirm, you want the Kennedy weather?
of a ship trying to find a dock, you might see the dock with the edge of the beam before you remember to tilt it.
Kennedy
The center of the beam.
1351, weather wind 350 at 16 knot, visibility 10 miles.
We definitely have weather out here, clouds.
2 clouds scattered at 1,400, ceiling 4,600
Which makes
broken.
it hard
1,400 overcast.
without radar to know what to do.
2.19.
If we look at NextRad now, we're going to see a completely different picture. Or different. I don't know if it's completely different, but it's certainly not giving me a warm fuzzy.
No.
Let me make a call. Stand by.
You know, and if this is all I had, now we're trying to use NextRad tactically, I'd be asking for 20 left. Go down that dark area and then go in there. But this is not it's not accurate for this kind of tactical maneuvering. Look here. No, there's no way I'd fly this.
Now,
route.
with the radar, do we want to fly into here and get over here? Do you want to turn before Sandy Point?
I don't know. We're not close enough yet. The reason...
November 0, Echo, contact Boston Center,
this is an approximation, and it's so gross that we can't use it to try to navigate through it. That's my whole point.
63, contact Boston Center,
We know this is old.
135.8, and let them know when you're
We
able
know
to
it's
on
moving
course.
that way.
Okay, 35H, dock 6363, thanks for the help.
So, you know, I'm going to go with...
Jet 599,
I don't know.
contact Boston Center, 126.22.
We don't have to know yet.
2622.
We have to know in about, I don't know, 15, 20 miles. What we do know is what's on the radar, which is real-time water, only water.
7 negative, remain here.
And so the real-time water says that if we get to something we don't like, and I'd say that one right there would be worthy of a diversion, but we're not going there. We're going pretty much straight ahead. So we put that bearing pointer on, switch to vertical, and let's see what we're going to fly right through and see if it's something we can't stand. I know that if it is, and I would argue...
Number 2, Bravo, Mike. I am
got
depicting moderate, heavy, and extreme precipitation on your route of flight currently where you are, and the extreme precipitation is your 12 o'clock, approximately 8 minutes in front of you. I don't have a top report. Most aircraft have been deviating to the right around that.
Yes, ma'am, we concur. We're going to turn 20 left. Our radar is showing that's better there.
Okay, November 2, Bravo Mike, deviation to the left is approved as requested, and advise when you are able back on course.
We'll go. Thanks for the heads up. 2, Bravo Mike. 11 and 12, we just turned away from the weather. And there's something right here that's symmetrical, but got a juicy center, so keep an eye on that. I don't think it's weather. There's a little rain shower there, so we're okay with that. Sorry, I didn't mean to be abrupt with you. I want to be sure that we're on the same page. When you're making a deviation, use the heading.
Okay.
Don't use CWS because it's too easy to get distracted and get the airplane turned the way you don't want. Just press heading and turn it. And then tell her. She's telling you there's weather. And she's saying turn right. We're going, no, we're turning left. So that's one of those times where
United 905 is Hotel November.
We had already figured that out.
Alpha November.
Okay, strategically, we need to get west of this area of weather. There was one shower, moderate to heavy shower in front of us a second ago, and now we're turning back to the west to get across the line. It's a little hard to see today, but so all we want to do...
I have somebody actually about to call on it right now.
...is navigate around this. And temperature's still plus 12, so ice is not going to be a problem for us today. But recommend... well, I don't know, this little guy here might bump us, but somewhere in through there should be safe.
Saudi 021, contact Boston Center 126.22. Good day.
You might want to go to the right of that and then back to the left again.
United 905, contact Boston Center 134.905. Good day.
You can see we're getting into that rain shower. So it sounds like moderate to me.
FL97, go ahead.
The only other issue with doing this is that if it's building, it could change even as we penetrate it. And I've seen 9,000 feet a minute. Now, so now we're not seeing anything, but we're also not hearing anything anymore, so let's go out to 40 miles and see what's up. Alright, so there's that line. We probably don't want to keep this heading for too long, but I'm thinking a little bit, and then we try again. See where we are on the map.
Want to go back to our course?
Yeah. So we do have turn right, but I'm going to say maybe in another...
United 37, contact Boston Center 134.905. Good day.
Yeah. Maybe another 5 miles would turn
right,
west,
and
further west.
Get inside of it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a strategic tool right there.
That works excellent.
And I've heard people say you can't use it as any kind of tool. Well, yes, you can. We're not going to try to fly through that using that tool, but we're using both the tools. That's the whole point. So for right now, in front of us is light to moderate rain. Bring this into 20. We can see the hard spots. We don't, there's no lightning, so all we want to do is stay out of the worst of it. Yeah. So if you want to make a right turn now, say 20 right. So let's go 280. See if we can get this little guy, hit him, and go between those two, and then work in that way. So this is tactical. This is DB. This is actual weather. And you can see it outside.
Want to go 10 more degrees to the...
If you like, to the right. So we're just kissing that one there.
Want to try and get up in here.
Right, so this heading's looking pretty decent.
Maybe 5 more if we get up a little further.
Yeah, good plan.
I have to go. This is where I have to go.
Alright, so, let's go, I don't know, 10 left, 15 left, and then back to the right again in another mile or so. Just to stay out of the chimneys. Good. Nice. So outside, we have no help. The Mark 1 eyeballs are no good today with or without sunglasses. So we're really trusting adjusting the radar to make this flight safe.
Virgin 3 November, boss.
And the way we do that is by constantly ranging and tilting.
Virgin 3 November right now, Kennedy is on the 4s, but I guess in a half an hour they're switching to runway 31.
Alright, so another minute or two, I'd say we're good to turn back. We'll press and hold clear, go back to the next rad map. And
we're going to try and come in here.
yeah, so you can start turning left now. And what we ought to do is request, say after Sea Isle, Hampton.
Hampton.
So recommend you kind of approximate Hampton, turn into Hampton, and request that. Correct, Hampton.
Center, this is Malibu 692 Bravo Mike.
You just say request.
692 Bravo Mike, Ed.
Can we request direct Hampton now?
692 Bravo Mike, clear direct to Hampton.
Roger, direct Hampton to Bravo Mike.
That indicates that there may be some weather beyond the range you've selected.
692 Bravo Mike, Boston Center, 135.8.
135.8 Boston Center to Bravo Mike.
So we can range out and see if there's anything out there we might want to concern ourselves with. Doesn't look like it, but that's what that bar means up there.
You're way out though.
And so much beyond 80, you're not going to see much at all except ground, which is, I think, pretty much what we're painting there.
Boston Center, this is Malibu 692 Bravo Mike. We're level at 12,000.
Malibu 692 Bravo Mike, Boston Center, good morning.
Good morning to Bravo Mike. Possible severe weather ahead. Actually, let's
Mainly this over here they're talking about. So deviations, if needed, will be
might have to go
to the west.
But now we should be.
I don't think so, because by the time we get down there, that's all going to be. It's marching north, but it's
northwest, yeah.
Going off to the east, yeah.
So northeast, sorry. But it's coming this way, so, and we should be.
Which should be clear by the time
a couple little things here and there.
Yeah. So, and again, this tends to be overstated for our purposes because it's composite.
Boston, good morning, Saudi 021 descending.
I can just tell when it goes off and on.
Okay. So the temperature now is +2°C. We're in the presence of visible moisture, light rain, and we're between layers for the moment. Next rad shows that we may have more showers in front of us. Radar shows the same thing. So we've elected to turn the prop heat on. And the procedural discipline on prop heat is in the presence of visible moisture when the temperature is between +10 and -20°C, +10 and -20°C. The anti-ice equipment, that's considered icing conditions, the ice equipment should come on. We've turned on pitot heat anytime you're in the runway environment, always. In a pressurized aircraft, always use pitot heat on every flight. Folks, this is really important. If you can't, if you don't have airspeed, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And just because it's not ice clogging it doesn't mean rain won't clog it. So, note to self: if you have pitot heat, you should be using it every flight, even if you're not FICI equipped. Up heat comes on. +10, -20, presence of visible moisture.
Hey, boss, good morning. We got 3254 and 22.8, descending flight level 200.
Okay, 3254 Boston Center, good morning. Descend and maintain 17,000.
Unable to see ice on the propeller. So we have to just assume that in icy conditions it's possible and just turn it on propeller. We can, of course, see ice on the tail of the aircraft on the smallest radii, but based on the prop, they form before that because it's even smaller radii. And by the time you see it on the wing, and it's almost certainly on the prop. So the other hot items, slow warning heat, windshield perhaps. Okay, so this aircraft, that's a rest cycle. Okay. So it rests and then turns on again. You've got also
windshield.
Yeah, so windshield I don't use high or low unless I need to see out the window. And the reason is that the windshield will clear itself of ice as you get to lower altitudes in most cases, and that then gives me comfort to know that it's safe to use flaps and gear. If the ice isn't sloughing off, then I got to wonder whether I'm safe to use flaps. No. Once the airframe gets warmer, the ice sloughs off. So for that reason, I leave it on unless I absolutely have to turn it on. Boots, we'll exercise the boots anytime we see ice. We're not going to let ice build, but we haven't had that problem today. So the wing is staying clean because we're in rain. It's still plus 2C. Low pressure areas like the plenum for turbocharged engines, alternate air, must be open in the presence of visible moisture. That's regardless of temperature. Even if you're downwind of a farm sprinkler landing or take it off, open this and leave it open until you're back on the ground again.
Boston Southwest 4673.
Complete
Early turn to MJ?
Not discussion of why that's so is impossible today, but understand that if you have any questions about that, look up the term adiabatic cooling and see what you get. It'll explain why you should be doing that.
50 X-ray, descend and maintain.
The next rad is showing that we're clear of the weather. We know this isn't true because we can hear the weather. We can hear it on the windshield.
Affirmative, descending 240.
We're right on the corner of this. It's probably
50 X-ray, contact New York approach.
This piece right here. If we go to radar, we can see. It's no surprise. We're getting wet.
Bravo Mike, contact New York Center 128.3. Good day.
128.3 New York Center. Thank you. 2 Bravo Mike.
Bye.
1283.
Light rain only.
Right, 1283.
Light rain, and radar corroborates that, both horizontally and vertically. This is set to roughly 5 up. I mean, everybody gets wrapped around the axle
180, vector for traffic and that weather, climb maintain
on the geometry of this, but really we're using this radar like a flashlight. We're just kind of approximating and then corroborating that there is water in front of us, and using the color differences to
New York is 930
assess how much weather.
207 for 16,000.
It's light to moderate.
We have the weather fight.
The resolution of the radar does change. It does indeed change as the paint gets closer. Just like a flashlight is brighter in the forest at night at a shorter range. No surprise there. The vertical is really huge. That lets us know whether or not we've got rain or ground. And so you can see moderate and then later on light rain in front of us. That's pretty much what we got, light to moderate. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can.
Definitely 1 fighting, 190.
Really, that's all there is to report. We use the Mark 1 eyeballs when we can. We use, for close-in tactical weather flying, we use radar and storm scope, and if we don't have those tools, we really got no business being this close to the line of weather, which is strategically shown on the next rad. On the back side of this, it's moving north and east, and we're flying south and west, so we're kind of paralleling it for now. And if it got real bad, we could move off to the west further. Northwest, that would be all right. After we get down to Avalo, we'll be turning, further west, and our troubles, if you could call this trouble, would be over. Really, with this equipment, there's no need to worry. We have good reliability, and we know what we're seeing here. All right with the world. So we have next rad. We have radar. One is real time. The other has good range, so we can look way ahead of us. We have data link lightning and storm scope. One is pretty accurate, and the other is real time. We have Mark 1 eyeballs, which are real time, but very limited in terms
of... Number 692, Robert Mike, the areas of moderate to heavy precipitation extends to just about Manta.
Roger 2, Bravo Mike.
Okay, that's fine, but sometimes it's useful to give them, to tell them what it really is. That way they can pass that information along. So you kind of give a little pirate, say, well, you know, we see that on the next rat, but we're painting it light, you know, light to moderate.
Oh, okay.
That way, because all the center has is what we're looking at here. They have.
So they show us coming up upon it.
So they see all this.
930 Delta Charlie Daddy.
And they show our radar painting over top of it, but they don't know what we're actually experiencing.
232.
Delta Charlie Flighting 245 vectors for traffic descent and maintain 10,000.
So this is light to moderate, and it's perfectly safe providing there's no lightning. And we're assured of that with data link lightning and storm scope.
Join J174 on that heading.
Join J174 on this heading, JetBlue 1.
Out over the North Atlantic. So you look in here, you see where we are on the back edge. And we're about to make the turn to the right.
3453 when your level slow to 250 knots.
All right,
So the
F14 back to 250.
passes the surface right along the back edge of that line.
You can
and you can actually look out the window and see that.
All right.
CAC 775, maintain 290 knots or greater.
My temperature's going up too, Sid.
Cactus 775.
Of course, the radar is clear at this point, so no point in switching to
Okay,
it.
just give me your best forward speed when you get out of the
So we're in the descent, 1,000 to go, we're leveling it, actually 200 to go, we're leveling at 8. And the idea here in the descent is to plan the descent for 500 feet per minute using the VNAV.
3274, descending from 17,000 to 15,000.
Maintain that descent required to make your
Is that the frequency, who calls?
EDP visual descent point of
74 going down
1,500 feet, 5 miles before the airport.
3274, Washington Center, Roger,
Which is about a 3-degree descent. So it really wouldn't matter what approach you're doing. You'd be at a reasonable altitude when you get closer to the field. And generally we do that, at least when the air is smooth, which it is today. We're behind the cold front, and it's smooth air. We're going to leave the power alone, leave prop and mixture alone. We're not going to touch, in fact, prop and mixture until we're on the ground at the airport, because doing so simply complicates life at high altitude, high density altitude airports, and furthermore, it may cause shock cooling of the engine.
15 degrees left, the vectors higher.
The less we diddle with power, the less the temperature varies on the engine. So we've been running 1500 TIT the whole cruise, and now we're still at 1490. Is not a big change. And we do that by not changing it. So the rule is never take away power that you think you're going to have to add back later. So as we get closer to the field, we'll be bringing the power back to 25 inches, which in clean level flight will give us 130 knots, more or less. And that is
Washington Brickyard 3335, we're leaving
ice penetration VA,
break
very close to it.
Brickyard 3335,
Now once we get to the
Atlantic City altimeter,
Dover Airport
284.
final approach fix,
84, thanks.
we'll use 20 inches, correction, we'll use gear down, notch of flaps, power to 20 inches, will give us 120 knots inside the marker and make us a category B, like Bravo aircraft. Enter. I'll pick off the frequency, 1097. Look here, you loaded the approach, there it is.
I loaded on 1097.
So you can flip those over now, both places. But now your RMIs will be pointing there when we get over there. Or I guess you'd have to change the RMIs, which would be a bad idea. Change one or both of the RMIs. See, you have both RMIs on.
To auxiliary clear direct.
Oh yeah, okay. So
Okay, so go PFD.
4 Alpha Charlie contact.
Bearing 1.
Approach 1
At
3
each time you tap it, you're going to change that information.
3387, 4 Alpha Charlie, so.
okay, so bearing 1 on GPS.
So bearing 1 ILS and bearing 2 ILS. So that way they all line up.
2 Mike Zulu, speed visual approach runway 4 Eastern.
So we haven't activated yet. We have flipped. We flopped.
4 Mike Zulu, question 2 Mike Zulu, speed full stop.
Yes, sir, full stop.
Yeah.
Actually, we haven't flopped.
We're playing the visual approach.
Still on GPS, we need that.
4D.
Course isn't set. We have ID'd it here. Actually, we haven't. Not yet. When we get closer, we'll ID it. Right here in the window. But the course ID and arm, we can't do that yet. So, which way? Straight ahead? How low? 8,000. What's next? Probably a descent. So let's
Actually,
go back.
Isn't that supposed to be in this window?
Yes. No. The 1097 should be in that window.
On the outside window.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct. The inside is
inside is the one that I
still out?
There they go. Now they.
Expect the visual approach
So,
runway 4 Eastern.
stay with me now.
Yeah,
Next thing is VNAV, so go back.
Let me get through my notes here. Let me check.
So we're building back up again, see? So you might ask for lower. Our rate's building back.
So, do I ask them maybe give him a descent or tell them?
No, I would ask for lower. I'd say, 2 Bravo Mike request, or 692 Bravo Mike request lower.
Send us a Malibu 692 Bravo Mike, request lower.
Be ready.
Phil's first, you want? I'm sorry, vertical.
Yes, and then flick, flick. Choice. Could see why a little extra fuel never hurt anything. We were planning to land with 50 gallons, weren't we?
Yeah, we got into a 40, so I could have maybe leaned it out a little sooner to save a little bit.
6 Bravo Alpha, clear direct to DuPont.
Back to DuPont, 6 Bravo Alpha.
2 Bravo Mike, send to maintain 3,000.
3,000, 2 Bravo Mike.
Yes, flick, flick. Boom, boom, and then go right to, put the 2 in there right away, no delay.
3,000.
5, no return right turn heading
Whatever he said.
180.
He said 3 or 2?
180, 5355 November.
I'll set your rate.
I need 800 to catch it.
That's it.
Potomac at 4,000, you
approach.
can see the 170.
Southwest 554, slow to 170 knots at 4,000.
25 inches. Not going to have to add that back. And now you're using GPS to get over there. As soon as the airplane goes wings level,
Potomac Foxtrot 2 on your site termination.
as soon as your wings level, press the heading button to the lever line and switch back to
radar
heading.
services terminated. Contact Martin Tower.
Switch to heading.
Foxtrot 2, thank you.
Southwest 554, turn left heading 150.
Now,
Southwest
the approach is
554, turn
active.
left heading 150.
Frequency is flipped. Go ahead and flop the CDI. VLOC.
Potomac approach, County
Flip.
Air 2.
It's done.
County Air 2, Potomac approach.
All right, so there you go.
From Martin State Airport, 2,400 feet, leaving their Delta. Flight clearance into the Class Bravo for surveillance at 2,400 feet southbound towards the city.
And County Air 2, radar contact 11 northeast of Baltimore, cleared into the Bravo. Altimeter 2987 down 30 feet, going southeast of the airport at 2,500, correction, southeast of the city.
Actually, no further south than Baltimore City, and right 299.
Put it in approach mode in anticipation. I know we're jumping the gun a little, so we activated.
704 Potomac approach, good afternoon, Baltimore altimeter 2987.
We flopped.
Check the visual approach, runway 33 right.
CDI.
Set the course.
Visual 33 right,
We ID'd it.
704.
We armed it.
Piper 2 Bravo Mike, 2 from Hertz, cross Hertz at or above 2,000, cleared ILS runway 28 approach, circle runway 33 right.
Cross Hertz at 2,000 above, cleared for the ILS.
2833, circle 33
right. Circle 2 Bravo Mike.
November 2 Bravo Mike, can you maintain 170 knots till 5 mile final?
We give you 130 to the lights, correction to the marker, and then 120 to the lights.
November 2 Bravo Mike, roger.
So get the 2,000 in there, quick like a bunny, and get going down.
November 2 Bravo Mike, maintain as fast as feasible until 5 mile final.
Wilco, 2 Bravo Mike.
Southwest 554, you'll get a short vector through the localizer for spacing.
Southwest 554.
Just get it going. And then, the reason that's good. She has to keep her speed up. We want 25 inches, but we're going to get to the no, we're good. We're good on the glide path. So we can taper the rate now. We don't need. So let's taper it to 1200. Bring the power to 20 inches, so we get to the glide path at the right speed. So 20 is as low as you want to go until until you're full flaps. Nicely done. So it's about being prompt, so that you don't get behind. $200 to go. We're leveling. 2000. Which way? Straight ahead.
554, turn right, heading 180.
Hello. 2000.
Southwest 554, right to 120.
Southwest 554, right, heading 120.
We're going to need the
Southwest 554, sorry about that,
power
right,
frequency
180.
in there. 19.4. And we're looking for glide alive. You're putting in the number 2, putting your ground as well, 21.9.
Number 2 Bravo Mike, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4 today.
119.4. Have a nice day, 2 Bravo Mike.
Southwest 4249, turn right on Romeo, on left on Romeo, contact ground point owner.
So glide's alive, don't be touching anything, glide's alive.
Southwest 4249.
Yep.
I put my gear down.
Not yet, because you'll get slow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Southwest 1746, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28, tell us 1746. And Baltimore Tower, stat 13.
So we're circling.
Stat 13, Baltimore Tower.
Right here, right?
I'll help you with that, don't worry about it. I know it's a little confusing.
No, I got it. We're going straight into here, and then at the end, we're going to turn.
Stat 13, roger.
That's right, we're not landing on this runway.
We're in a 33.
Right, here comes the glide, so glide's captured, go down, gear down, nacho flaps, right away, no delay. Gear, flaps, power back 20 inches. Power's at 20 inches, so don't touch it. Good, nicely done. Now we're looking for 120 knots. It should be scrolling down to 120 knots. That's what you should be monitoring. There, that's what's happening. That's what we want. Which way? Straight ahead. How low? DA. We could look at that here. 342.
Gear up.
But we're going to circling minimums. On account of we're going to circle the 3-3 right. So actually that circling minimum is for that.
Southwest 1746, spot is Swan 3, contact with time of departure.
If you look out the window, I just want you to understand what we're doing. We're basically on a modified right base for 3-3 right.
Right, we're going to turn in.
Yeah. And 3-3 right is the second strip.
It's the one closest to the land.
Not closest to us, but the next one. The one closest to us is the taxiway. Next one is the
There's only run one way there.
Correct. In that direction.
Yep.
There's another one on the other side of the terminal. That's 3-3 left.
Speed's down to 121.
That's what we want.
Oh, just bumped up a little bit, but...
No, this is fine. This is right in the window. Don't touch a thing. Keep 2 fingers on the yoke. Don't cage it. Takes too much energy. Which way? How low?
Southwest
What's next?
554 on the visual for 28.
Southwest 554, roger, number 2, runway 28, clear to land, traffic position, hold and depart.
Southwest 554.
Right, runway's in sight. So, with runway in sight, take off the autopilot with the red button, add a notch of flaps. And if you want, you can square up your base to final. That's it. That's really important that you not fly through the final approach course. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm turning with my runway.
It's a 90-degree turn to the threshold. There are parallel taxiways on both sides of the runway. Runway in sight. Shouldn't have to touch a thing there. When you're ready for slower, and you're not, add flaps. That's it. Push the nose down, begin an aggressive turn. Yeah. You don't slide through final. You probably started turning a little bit soon, but let's see how it goes. Then that southwest guy down there calls. Good. Full flaps. Push the nose down. You're high. Good. Push it down. That's it. Squeeze power away such that you cross the threshold at 90 knots. Nice. Don't slide through. Keep it coming. Yeah, keep the turn coming. Level the wings. Nice. Left thumb on the trim. Up, up, up. Yeah, trim, trim, trim. Nice. Don't pull. Trim only. A little bit flat, but you see, if you trim aggressively, soon you'll not have a need to pull aggressively. So as you pull back, push with the brakes, make this turn off. Don't run through. Nice.
692 Bravo Mike, turn right when able to taxi to parking on this frequency.
Taxi back on this frequency, 2 Bravo Mike.
Nicely done.
4 Tower, pad 704.
Landing light can come off. Pulse goes to taxi. Those look good. Frets, you might, wait, what? Here. Right.
Zooming in.
Yep. There's your follow me. Straight ahead. Don't try to go at his speed. You go at your speed. Next flaps. Flats. Trims. Trims. Good. Alternate air.
I'm following.
Attention outside for the turn.
I'm following him, right?
Yeah.
70 Tower Southwest 3375 with you on the visual 28.
But don't try to rush. Stay on the yellow lines.
Southwest 3375, Bomber Tower, runway 28, line up and wait, traffic will land.
Go that
traffic
way.
will positional end depart.
He's gonna
Additional
put you
traffic
right
is landing 33 right.
Slow down because you got some cleanup to do. No point sitting with your head down in the taxi spot, in the parking spot. So slow way down. That's it. Now get your trim set. Get your alternate air closed.
Do I want to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's warm enough. Yeah.
All right.
All the ice is gone. But slow down because you can't look inside and outside at the same
Southwest
time.
136, runway 28, line up and wait, traffic is 8 miles out.
Southwest 136, line up and wait, runway 28.
There you go. You got it.
Set 13 is landing assured.
Set 13, ready to service terminated, frequency change approved.
So he may not stand in front of it. In other words, don't put your spinner on his chest. When he says what he's doing there is he's telling you come straight ahead. Straighten the wheel and come straight ahead.
Tower Southwest 3375 with you, visual 28.
Excellent.
Southwest
Feet tight on
136,
the
runway
brakes. Do
28, line
not
up
set
and
the
wait.
brake.
Southwest 136, line for wait 28.
Down.
Forward
Center.
traffic is 7 miles out.
Up.
Southwest 554,
Down,
right at Romeo 1,
down.
left on Romeo, contact ground point under.
Put that on first? Romeo 1. Okay, I put the
Southwest 3375, traffic is positioned to hold in departing 28.
What?
Additional traffic is landing.
No reason,
right.
I just always did that way.
Runway 28, clear to land.
Runway 28, Southwest 3375.
Hey. Flaps are up. Turn off your brakes. Stop the noise.
Southwest 136, runway 28, clear for takeoff. Traffic is 5 miles out.
Clear for takeoff 28, Southwest 136.